What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and welcome to a long overdue episode of Underdoggin, and I figured this time it is time to show me my Honda. So we are going into the tournament here, the Long Shot Cup, going to get our Kazuki Honda with our Underdog inside. I wanted to get the second Informed Powell as my attacking mid, but I just didn't have the coins on my main account. Had to get some stuff to sell. Look at that for a B squad that we're coming up against in the first round, Virtual FC. And at this point, I saw that in the first round, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. This is how this tournament's going to go. 5-2, 1-2. I see blue cards, and those aren't the cheap blue cards, folks. But it's okay. That just means that we are going to have to dominate midfield play. If he's only got two midfielders and I have four, there's no ifs, ands, or buts that I should be able to dominate it. And we get things kick-started here. Mr. Gary Gardner gets some free space, an absolute thunderbolt right into the back of the net. 25th minute goal. Talk dirty to me. I am pumped up at this point. That is what we like to see. That's why we've got him in our holding mid spot. We've got the Informed Powell up at the attacking mid spot. I could have gone with a few other players. Maybe could have put Gardner up there. Maybe should have put Gardner up there. But one of these days, I'm going to get my paws on that second Informed Powell, and we are be able to get some dirty work going. But all the way here and getting until the 84th minute, and yeah, we're going to take that victory. That is exactly what that pass is. That pass is, thank you very much. Moving on to the second round, your mistake. Shouldn't have passed it short. A lot of players do that when they get flustered at the end of the game. They want to make sure that they keep possession and not give you a chance to go down the pitch, go down and score one last time. So we'll take a 2-0 victory over Virtual FC. If you guys want to go ahead and rewind, check out that B-side that he had. I was real pumped, real pleased with myself after this game, and strutting my stuff a little bit. But almost tweeted something out, but decided not to. Decided it's going to be a Saturday upload, Saturday episode, and we'll see how we do. So moving on now into the second round of the tournament, we've got Carriol and Taylor on the wings. Pretty standard stuff, and as you guys know, I love Zaha and I love Scannell up front. Those two for me always do so well, and they don't have a link with Powell, but it doesn't matter. They both play for Crystal Palace, and I'm not too familiar. I can't say I've watched loads of championship games, so all I know is that they're Palace players, and beyond that, I can't say that I know too much about them, but that's all right. Come up against this guy, and he has, I was like, oh man, 4-2-3-1, and then I saw Pepe as one of his center backs, and at halftime, it was 0-0, but he'd taken no shots, so that's always promising. When your opponent can't get any shots off on you, it tends to be that you're doing something right and you're putting yourself in a good position to win. And then it was full time, and it was still 0-0. And I believe he'd still not taken a shot on goal, playing nice defensive football in his 4-2-3-1 formation. So I figure at this point I was like, oh man, I'm headed to penalties. Come on, cannot be. Got to get one of these in on target. The 50% we didn't keep possession as much because we went for it, but we get a corner kick here in the 96th minute and somehow managed to win this. I don't know if his keeper ran into his player, mispunched it. I do not care. 97th minute goal puts us ahead 1-0, and when your opponent's only taken 0 shots on you the entire match, you are more than happy to take that victory. Let it be. And I actually get free one more time here with Zaha. He tried to push for it and go for the victory, but Zaha slots it in nicely there. 112 minutes, sealing the victory. I believe that's how this one's going to end, with that 2-0 scoreline, just like the previous match, doing what we need to do to get by, move on to the next round. We can taste Honda at this point. He is only 2 matches away, and I have absolutely no idea what he sells for, but frankly, I do not care. I want him regardless. So that is what he's going to sit in my club for forever because I earned him. It's one of those things. Like, if you go out and you earn that player, man, I hope they do this more often, but if I earn him, odds are that I'm going to keep him regardless. He'll be he's going to chill on the bench from now on is what he's going to do. He's just going to be in there sitting no matter what squad I have, but Scannell getting free again right here. Finishes it nicely. Chop inside. This guy was the worst guy that I came up against in this in my 4 matches in this tournament. He had a silver Mexican sign. I got to say, going into the match, I'm thinking, oh no, oh boy, here we go. Because I've struggled with the 4-3-3 a little bit recently, at least playing against it. And Mexican silvers can be extremely pacey. He had the informed Dos Santos. His players weren't in the right formations and not always in the right positions. But if a player's entering this tournament with that kind of a squad, he's probably thinking that he's going to be coming out on top. But we managed to take a 2-0 lead here, and things just get better for us at this point. I kind of assumes that I'm not going to just dribble straight and deja vu, chop inside, finesse shot. That's another goal for us there to give us a 3-0 lead in the 21st minute, walking our way through this round, on our way to victory. And this team... sometimes at least I score more goals, I feel like, in the 4-1-2-1-2 than I do in the 4-4-1-1. Sometimes. I guess it varies. I really can't make up my mind which formation I think is best for Underdoggin. But for the sense of making use of the second inform, or the informed Powell, I think this formation is a little bit better for him. He really does orchestrate quite nicely. I don't know if I've scored any... I played a few warm-up games before this where he scored some great goals, but I don't know if I scored any with him in this tournament. It doesn't matter. Another nice goal there. Good little passing sequence, and somehow he bullies by with Ariano here and finishes it nicely in the 84th minute. Bit of a consolation goal. Classy picks up the ball and runs back to midfield, but that's all she wrote. 5-1, and he unplugs the Xbox before he can get out into the match lobby, so we're on to the finals. Got to get a little contract action going on. Got to keep our players raring and ready to go. But here we are. That guy, I don't know if we backed out. Maybe he backed out. But if it didn't start at 3-bar connection, that was probably the reason that happened. I was not going to risk the EA monsoon that can be lagged from time to time. And here is the sweat team that we come up against. Second minute, actually third minute now, breaking free, and somehow Scannell he puts it around both players with the chop. And third minute goal, finesse shot nicely into the far corner. And at this point, I'm thinking, heck yeah, we are going to be well on our way. I did not fully take into consideration the pace that was going to ensue. He a bit unlucky not to finish that, maybe a bit unlucky for me, not for it not to go right by the post and to rebound right to him, but whatever, it happens. Thought I was going to be able to bully Sturridge. I was unable to bully Sturridge, and that's 2 for him very, very quickly, right after my first goal. And then there was a third for him even quicker right after that one. Crushing finish with Daniel Sturridge. 36 minutes, so we're down 3-1 at this point, and things are, needless to say, not going our way. I had chances, but he just kept making like a last-ditch tackle. I was not playing well, and was starting to get a bit frustrated with it, but brilliant pass to set free Taylor, and one-time finish, sneaks it in just barely. Probably could have gone for a touch there. 70th minute, and won't let me pick up the ball. One thing to do the dead fish. And let's get this show on the road. See if we can't pick up that one last goal. And we do indeed get free again right here. 76 minutes, or 75th minute, not so much later, but it's Scannell this time. And he puts it by I believe he's got Joe Hart in net. 75th minute, draws us level at 3-3. And we are headed to extra time. Now, in extra time, as you can see briefly the stats, if you guys wanted to pause, it was pretty even for chances, but Scannell, a little bit of a skill dribble right there. 105th minute, he pulls his keeper just a bit too far. We'll take that finish 10 times out of 10, and we're well on our way to victory. Feeling really good about this. And I did a little fist pump there, but you guys obviously couldn't see that. But he, 20th minute, 19th minute, just crushing finish with Ashley Young. Absolutely devastated at this point because I had another chance right before it. I got too many players forward. I should have put it on ultra defensive or defensive at least. I did not do that. And we're on to penalties. We're going to rush through, just kind of show you how these penalties go. I was unable to really save many of the penalties. Well, I guess you'll see how these play out, but he was a good penalty kick taker, and my player is not the strongest penalty kick takers, as we will see. But right there, Powell, brilliant penalty. You guys know I like to go straight down the middle. He scores one more right there, and then he guesses right on Carriol, stops him. Oh no, devastating. I believe this could be the last one, and I stop another one there. So we're moving on to the final kick taker. Taylor, all you have to do is, oh no. Oh, no, he's put it square off the crossbar. Oh, and we've lost. We just lost. This is terrible. But in EA tournaments, the team of the tournament is not always the team that wins. And show us our Honda. There he is. So I'm going to call it a successful tournament, successful episode of Underdoggin. He sent me a message last game. He said, put this on YouTube. Did you get Honda? I was like, yeah, man. He was pissed, I think. So maybe he'll leave a comment down in the video below. But there he is, Kazuki Honda. I think I sent him to the trade pile rather than the club for right now because I just didn't know what to do with him. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please do give it a thumbs up. It does help me out. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.